guys, don't forget, before we get into our sneak peek, like, subscribe to the Crime Chat, ring the bell, or this guy's gonna come after you.
Previously on CrimeChat. Yeah. Did you
I
watch
like
it?
that movie.
What? Did we just find something we do not agree on? Yes, you have been warned. And before we get into today's Crime Chat, Kat, where are you?
So I am in Virginia working. Got a little gig that I'm doing, so I'm coming to you from my little efficiency apartment.
Right.
It's a 2016 movie with Brad Pitt that I'd never heard of. It's called Allied.
Never heard of it.
Me either.
You had a particular request. You were like, okay, Natalie, I need you to go back on where the term Ripper came from, or like the origins of Ripper. And I'm like, okay, let me go through that.
Well, what we're going to go over today is, was there actually an Arizona Ripper? Or was this just a haunting folklore that expanded through time? So some actually insist that he was a real serial killer. But I'm going to go over a couple theories. We'll talk about some of the various fictionalizations.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about some movies.
Coming up.
It's so funny. You just walked to me and you went from Blur to just like you just like came out of like a wall of Vaseline. Like you just came out.
Robert Hansen, where he was caught, is literally like down the road. So I want to go to that spot that he was caught.
I love the scene where he said, Cassius Clay walked up to the desk and said, if you believe in the laws of man, here's the Constitution. If you believe in the laws of God, here's the Bible. If you don't believe in either, here are my guns.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
No, you know what? Totally scratch that.
Okay.
Liam Hemsworth was in The Hunger Games. Not Divergent.
Yes. Okay. I'm getting confused.
I was confused too. Yeah.
I just feel like, okay, as a fan, like sometimes you have to, if you're a fan, you got to follow them to the next step. And if the next step is, paying $1 to their Patreon, maybe you should do it. Okay.
As little as $1.
$1. Right. Kat, what lies between redemption, justice, and a pickaxe?
Carla Faye Tucker?
That's what we're going to talk about. Yeah. Hey there, chatters. I'm Nat.
And I'm Kat. And welcome to the Crime Chat. I am your forensic femme fatale Natalie, is your true crimatic connoisseur.
We're just two normal girls obsessed with dark crimes, evil minds, and occasionally the unknown.
And here is your disclaimer, chatters. The following Crime Chat does contain adult content and probably violent scenarios today based on your title. I don't know what your story is about, but I'm going to go with yes. So your listener discretion is advised.
You have been warned. And before we get into today's Crime Chat, Kat, what have you done?
Well, I watched the Gentleman series on Netflix with heartthrob Theo James.
Ooh, I didn't even notice that was there. What is it about?
So it's actually based off of the Gentleman movie that stars Matthew McConaughey. It's like, so there was a movie and then they made a series about it.
Okay.
He is a royalty. He's a duke.
Okay.
His father passes away. He's deployed somewhere in the Royal Army and is told to come home because he needs to do duke things, and comes to find out his father had dealings with an underground marijuana farm. And that's how they were getting some of their money. So the whole time throughout the series, he's trying to distance himself and like come out from whatever obligations his father made.
Yeah.
And it's funny. There's a lot of action in it. People are dying left and right. And then at the end, it's kind of, there's a little twist at the end though. So I
Okay.
won't ruin it for you. Great series.
I finished watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes, you got all the way through.
Nine-Nine. That I just felt like, all right, there's got to be a Brooklyn Nine-Nine part 2 when his kid is like, in high school and he can go back to work.
Yeah.
There's got to be.
Because he was going to be a stay-at-home daddy, right?
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's great. But like, he's such a, I don't know, I guess because the whole show was built around this squad.
Mhm.
And I just, I'm like, all right, there's got to be a way there's got to be a way he can continue doing his thing and still be a great dad. He doesn't, I don't know, but loved it.
Yes. Well, sorry, it just popped in my mind when you were talking about YouTube.
Yeah.
So you sent me the link for the Watcher Network.
Yeah.
We talked about Shane Madej and Ryan Bergera and Stephen Lim. So they were on BuzzFeed Unsolved, started their own company and pushed a lot of stuff out on YouTube. And apparently they're leaving YouTube. So did you see the follow-up video?
The update.
Yeah, where they're like, we're so sorry, insensitivity. Even when I saw the original one and people were bitching and complaining into that, I'm like, they don't owe anybody an apology.
No.
In doing that. But if they think it's what's best for their company, you don't owe anybody any explanation about that. And
you don't. And their stuff is real quality. And I just feel like, okay, as a fan, like sometimes you have to, if you're a fan, you got to follow them to the next step. And if the next step is, paying $1 to their Patreon, maybe you should do it. Okay.
As little as $1. So for your story today, you asked me to do an introduction on death row. Yeah. Okay.
I know it's a hard intro because there's a lot.
There's a lot. I did try to kind of like narrow it down, and we did talk about this a little bit back in season 1. We did an episode called Posthumous Pardons.
Yes.
People who were convicted and executed who were then posthumously pardoned for their crime. So we did talk a little bit about this, but gonna recap and add a little bit more into it. As of 2024, 5 executions nationwide have been carried out this year alone. So we're at the end of April. There's been 5 executions nationwide, 1 in each of the following states: Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Alabama, and Georgia. And they are currently 7 executions scheduled for the remainder of the year, 1 in Alabama, Oklahoma, Missouri, 2 in Texas, and 2 in Ohio. Ooh. Side note, for 2025, there's 10 scheduled executions, all in the state of Ohio. All 10 are in Ohio.
The hell, Ohio?
I don't know. Like, they got a lot going on up in Ohio.
Kat, what lies between redemption, justice, and a pickaxe?
Carla Faye Tucker?
That's what we're going to talk about. Yeah. Her narrative still causes debate surrounding crime and punishment to today. So, Carla Faye Tucker, her life was marked by various challenges and struggles, including a toxic relationship with her mother.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
But who is Carla Faye Tucker?